The revolution shall be COVID-19. Brothers and sisters, people in the community, you will not be able to stay in the comfort of your high-rise block or detached house in the suburbs. You will not be able to walk away, run off and hide, smoke a spliff, take crack, place a bet or get drunk. Because the revolution shall be COVID-19. The revolution will be brought to you by YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Twitter, TikTok, Microsoft Teams, Zoom and Skype. Because the revolution shall be COVID-19. The revolution will also be brought to you by the iPhone and Android system and will show you satellite images of another black on black crime, black false consciousness, black depression, black pain and a black community in crisis. The revolution shall be COVID-19. But the revolution will not be brought to you by Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Drake, Stormzy or Wiley, or any other black comedian, hip-hop or grime artist who believes that comedy and music kills pain. The revolution shall be COVID-19. The revolution will not hide your ugly attitude, will not conceal your fears, will not make your weave look better, will not make you a better Christian or Muslim, will not make you more acceptable to racists, the Ku Klux Klan, the far right or Brexiteers. The revolution shall be COVID-19. There will be no mention of brothers and sisters and elders dying in hospital or on the front line of saving the lives of others. There will be no news coverage of the countless victims of physical and sexual abuse at this time who were silenced. The revolution shall be COVID-19. There will be no footage of a brother who commits suicide in his cell after he struggles to deal with a 35-year sentence whilst at the same time sharing his cell with coronavirus. The revolution shall be COVID-19. And no amount of memory on your hard drive will be able to stop the young black youth who explodes in the end because he's had enough of false promises from the black bourgeoisie. The revolution shall be COVID-19. The BBC will want to make a documentary about race and social determinants of health, whilst executive producers will be unavailable for comment, as they would have been kidnapped by gang members who are tired of being exploited by investigative journalists. Meanwhile, Uncle Tom's, sellouts, coconuts and house slaves will struggle with lockdown as they are upset because they can't work for the master anymore. The revolution shall be COVID-19. CCTV pictures will be erased of the police feeding a meal of a bat and boot and fist to a brother who was out walking his dog whilst wearing a mask as they thought he was a drug dealer. The revolution shall be COVID-19. There will be podcasts of privileged black people complaining about how they lost their jobs and were furloughed. Plus there will be a new drill track called False Lies and Promises performed by a ghetto youth who's tired of being left out of the equation. The revolution shall be COVID-19. There will be no photographs of Grenfell victims, dumping shops closing down, black elders dying of neglect, black students with no education or jobs to go to. The revolution shall be COVID-19. There will be no mention of the gatekeepers who keep telling young urban warriors about pseudo-urban politics, keeping calm and how we shall overcome that leads them nowhere other than jail, a hospital ward or a mental institution. The revolution shall be COVID-19. Designer clothes will not be relevant. We won't care if she slept with her sister's boyfriend's cousin's brother. We won't be bothered how many pieces of Kentucky Fried Chicken you can get for £4 or if a Big Mac tastes better than Burger King. No one will be interested in your man, your 3 baby mothers, fake attitude and American Express smile. Because Terror and its cousin Phil will be occupying the streets. The revolution shall be COVID-19. There will be repeats on Newsnight and Channel 4 News, but we won't give a damn if there's no black newsreaders. Nicki Minaj will not write the musical introduction and it will not be sung by Drake, Boyz II Men or any other black artist who lives in the village of MTV and BET. The revolution shall be COVID-19. There will be no space for those artists who big themselves up for thinking themselves hardcore when they're underground. but we forgot that it was the Underground Railroad that really freed us. The revolution shall be COVID-19. The revolution shall return after Good Morning Britain, the commercial break, after the government's press conference, after each party political broadcast. The revolution shall be COVID-19. There will be no subtitles or sign language. There will be no pay-per-view option. You will not have to worry about keeping fit, holistic living, eating healthy, or childcare provisions, because the revolution shall be COVID-19. The revolution will not get better with heroin, will not stop cancer, will not care how many stocks and shares you have, will not be bothered if you live in the suburbs, will not care if you go skiing in France, will not care if you've got a degree, master's, MBA or PhD. It will not care if you're a vegetarian, vegan or a meat eater. It will not care if you're a Christian, Rasta, Muslim, Buddhist, atheist or Jehovah's Witness. The revolution shall be COVID-19. And yes, we will be watching it on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. We will be on lockdown in our living rooms. And we won't remember who came before because we won't be reading. We won't be learning that we've been in the pandemic for over 400 years. Slavery, colonialism, segregation, Jim Crow, lynching, apartheid. The revolution shall be COVID-19. Will be COVID-19. Be COVID-19. COVID-19. This revolution will be live and direct. Check out www.covid19.com. And guess what? You'll be playing a starring role. And as Malcolm said, you're either part of the problem or part of the solution. An inward spiral decays and dies. An outward spiral grows and thrives. Are you prepared for this revolution? And as I said, this revolution shall be COVID-19. Martin Lee, 2020, live and direct.